What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mo.J and we are locked in. This is Black Mirror episode 2, and I had to re-record this video because I did the whole episode and my mic was muted. I was living in my own Black Mirror episode. I'm thinking I got this thing laid out for y'all. Well, I was wrong, and here we are. And this episode is about a girl by the name of Maria, and she has a job, but something isn't right about a new girl that's about to come and work with her. Now, it turns out she's an old acquaintance, and we're going to break all of this down. This is episode 2, but before we do, if you like Black Mirror, if you like putting on your thinking cap to figure out what the heck is going on, remember, Black Mirror can go left or right. It's never what you think it is. Then hit your subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button. I'm on that road to 75,000 subscribers, so I appreciate each and every one of you. But let's go ahead and jump into it. This is the recap for episode 2, the Black Mirror. The episode off with Maria and her boyfriend, and they're just talking about trips that they're going to take, going over to Spain. Beautiful place to go this time of year. And he has a hat on that says Barney's on it from where he used to work at. And they're just joking around. You know how relationships are. But Maria has a very busy day at work, and she has to head up there pretty soon. Maria works at a company named Dita. Now, we seen this in episode 1. It was a vending machine, and she also made an ad over it. So there's little Easter eggs that connect all of the episodes together. But on the right, we have a girl by the name of Verity Green. She shows up, and she's part of this focus group because they're trying out new samples of different type of chocolate bars. Now, while she's sitting here, everyone's saying this chocolate is terrible. Now, Maria's looking like, I know her. And then we see Verity grab her necklace, and she says, well, after a second bite, this is actually pretty good. And we see everybody else eat it, and they're saying, you know what? You're right. This is good. After the focus group, Maria leaves because she's like, something is off. How did Verity Green show up at my workplace? She goes to the bathroom. She's washing her hands. And speaking of the devil, Verity Green shows up. Oh, hey, Maria, we went to school. You remember me? So now we're looking at her like maybe something is off. She's a little happy-go-lucky. But Maria's like, yeah. She's like, oh, yeah, you were one of the popular kids. You remember me? I was a nerd. I had the messed up hair. And there was kind of a little rumor that was going around. Yeah, Verity Green, she was the weird kid. Or as Maria would put, a freak. Now, she grabs her necklace and says, I was doing the focus group, but I was thinking about joining the research and development team and being an assistant. Maria said, there's no job for that. She says, I'm pretty sure there is. I applied for it. Once Maria hears this, she goes straight to her boss, Gabe. Like, hey, Gabe, what's going on? He said, oh, nothing much. What's up? She said, why are we hiring someone for the research and development team? And he's like, well, I just think we're expanding so fast. You're doing great numbers. We need to bring in an apprentice to be up under you and just help out around the building. Maria's saying, nah, we don't need that. I'm good with what we have going on. We can facilitate everything we got. But Gabe, he's the boss, and what the boss says goes. Maria goes home and she's venting to her boyfriend. Yeah, it's weird that Verity Green showed up. She was a freak in school. He's like, man, maybe it's just a coincidence. So she's like, nah, this girl different. And there was a rumor going around. They called her the milkmaid because she allegedly got the teacher off in the bathroom. Well, in the office. The classroom. Yeah, it's all kinds of wild stories. I heard one thing, someone else told me something else, but she's like, yeah, she was a freak, and now she just randomly popped up. Her boyfriend, he's just like any man. He's, oh, okay, yeah, you're not really trying to hear that. But she's like, nah, this just ain't right. I don't know why she's here. It's random and rare as hell. But she does say that Verity was very, very smart when it came to computers. So why would she be here applying for research and development? Verity ends up having an interview. I'm talking about the process is moving by fast. On her resume, it does say that she used to work for a travel agency, so she'd be able to book you a flight if you needed it. But she's sitting in there. She went to school for computers. She grabs her necklace. She's like, yeah, I've been scuba diving and traveling the world, and that's why I wanted to get into food, research and development. It's always been high on my list. So Gabe sees it, and he's like, well, she's qualified. Let me go ahead and hire her. So he takes her out to the floor and tells everybody, Verity Green just started working here. She's new. Show her around. Mike, get her a table. Maria's looking like, wait a minute. She just turned in this resume and you're already hiring her and having her to start working? Right after that, Maria goes to Gabe's office. Gabe, what the hell is going on? Why did you hire her? Is she qualified? Check that resume. You need to call some people. Gabe is saying she's qualified, but I'll give some calls. He's actually going to do a follow-up. But as of right now, No follow-up, just gave her the job. And Maria's like, no, this isn't how this should be working. She should not be here. The next day when Maria gets to work, Verity is over with all of the co-workers. They loving her. She done made food. They all like, damn, this is actually pretty good. But now they got to get these recipes together, and we got to get all the ingredients together to give to the chef because the CEO is coming in. Now Maria, she does have what you would call a prototype, and she's reading off the ingredients. And she's like, well, we got to use non-pork gelatin. She's like, okay, I'm going to email you because I don't know how to spell it off the top of my head. And you want to have that email traffic going on. So Maria, she gets the ingredients and then she starts to email them up. As Maria is emailing her the ingredients, behind them, all the co-workers are talking about Barney's chicken. Now, remember, her boyfriend had a hat on that said Barney's chicken. But they're saying, nah, we remember it as Bernie's. And we look over, everyone's like, nah, it was Bernie's with an E. She said, nah, Barney's, like barn animals. Then Verity says, well, I remember it being Bernie's after she grabs her chain. And we look on the website, Bernie's chicken. So now Maria's sitting here and she's like, wait. I know I'm not tripping. Her boyfriend got that hat at the house. She sees it every single day. And they're like, nah, you're wrong, Maria. You're wrong. So she flipping out. Maria, she doesn't know what's going on. So what does she do? She gets on Facebook and contacts somebody she went to school with. Now, she ended up having her contact in her phone, and they messaged each other a couple of years ago on New Year's, just saying Happy New Year's. And her new message was, you popped up on my feed. It would be great to catch up with you sometime, because she's trying to find out, has anyone came in contact with Verity, and has things started seeming weird if you were in contact with her? The next day, the CEO comes in and they're trying out all of these prototypes. Now the chef is back here. She done whipped up stuff. Verity was supposed to give her the recipes. The CEO's eating it. He's like, oh, this is good. What is it made out of? Maria's saying, oh, we got this new seaweed. Oh yeah, we did a wonderful job. Now the chef, you could see her kind of biting her cheek, and she was like, When the CEO leaves, she says, that wasn't seaweed. That was gelatin, beef gelatin. Well, this guy's a vegan. He's not supposed to be eating any meat. Somebody that messed up. Well, remember, Maria ended up sending an email. So they go into Gabe's office and they're trying to figure out what happened. She's like, well, I sent the email. Then you hear Verity saying, why are you yelling at me? She's getting loud. It's getting dangerous. She grabs her chain because she's so nervous. And she's like, she did email me. She gave me the right, whatever she put in there is what I did. So they got to go check the emails. We got to find out what the email actually said. Verity was playing the victim, and when they checked the email, well, it says Maria was wrong. The email was wrong. The wrong ingredient was on there. It was non-pork gelatin. It wasn't supposed to be on there. So she's like, no. Verity changed the email. She had to do something like this. So now it's looking like Maria is really crazy. And everyone's looking like, uh-oh, the angry black girl. You know how that is. The angry black person. Maria goes home. She's like, what the hell is going on? Well, remember that Facebook friend she contacted? She gets a message back, but it isn't from her. It's actually her husband. And he calls her and it's like, she passed away. She wasn't right the last couple of weeks. So Maria is asking, did she ever come in contact with a girl named Verity? Went to school with her? The guy was like, hey, I got 2 kids. I don't have time to be doing this. Get off my phone. Maria is looking for answers. She doesn't know what's going on. And the girl that she contacted deleted herself. Oh man, this looks bad all the way around. Maria's up all night. She came to work not looking like she gave a damn. Now when she gets there, Verity says, you know, you missed a meeting. We had a meeting at 8 o'clock this morning. She nervous, grabbing on her chain. Maria's like, I didn't get that. She said, it's probably in your junk mail. She's like, well, I ain't get that. And then Louisa, whose almond milk this is, been complaining about people drinking it. Who drank my almond milk? Kind of like who drank my apple juice on the barbershop. Well, we see Verity, she starts chugging the whole thing and then drops the carton and walks off, and everyone else comes in. They're like, who drank the almond milk? Everybody's looking over at Maria. She done missed the meeting and now she drank the almond milk. Gabe was like, what are you doing, Maria? You're causing havoc here. Whole time Verity's sitting down and she kind of gave a little smile like, gotcha. He's like, well, let's check the cameras. So let's go see who actually drank this almond milk. But Maria says she has a nut allergy, so she can't drink almond milk. They go in and check the cameras, and well, it looks like, Maria, you were the one that drank the almond milk. She talking about, no, I got a nut allergy. I didn't do this. What is this? This is AI? That ain't me. I didn't do that. Everyone's looking at her, and we're looking at the screen right now. Like, that looks like you, Maria. She's like, no, I didn't do this. I promise. I got a nut allergy. So now she's looking up nut allergy on the internet. There's no such thing. What do you mean there's no such thing as a nut allergy? They're looking at Maria. They got to let her go. They got to fire Maria. After Maria gets fired, she goes outside and she waits in the car until Verity leaves. She ends up following Verity back to her house. Verity lives in some mansion, and we don't know how the hell she affords this, and she's working research and development. Maria sneaks in through the gate, and she goes up to the house, and she tries to break through the window. But this ain't a movie. She hurt herself, so she got to pick up a rock to break the glass to get into the house. Once she gets into the house, she goes up to the room. Verity's in the bathroom, and she finds the necklace. Now, what else does she see in here? She sees multiple pictures of Verity as an Olympic gold medalist, an astronaut, a lawyer, an open heart surgeon. How the hell are these real pictures? She was in the Vogue magazine. She even has a picture of two men worshiping her. So we're looking around like, what the hell? But Maria gets the necklace right when Verity's coming out the bathroom, and she gets up under the bed. Verity has a towel on. She puts on a robe and says, come on out. I know you're out there. So Maria comes out with the necklace. She's like, I got your necklace. And she's pressing the button, but it ain't doing anything, just red lights. Verity's like, oh yeah, that's just a necklace. She got 12 more of them lined up. And these move off of your fingerprint. So they got a sensor on there that only her fingerprint works. And it alters reality. So whatever Verity says comes true. So that's why the whole episode you heard me mentioning the chain, the necklace. That's because every time she touches it, whatever she says comes true. So she's been switching up every single thing that's happening to Maria. Well, Maria's upset with this because Verity just said you were the one that came up with the milkmaid. You made up that damn nickname and everyone else in the school ran with it. So Maria's like, man, we're going to go out. We're going to go out fighting. She attacks her. Boom. She knocks her down to the ground. She starts banging her head on the ground. Do, 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 do. But Verity got some fight back too. Bow! Gave her a good punch. She like, ow! So then Verity gets up and she grabs the other necklace and she's like, well, guess what? Whatever I says go. The police are coming. You broke into my house with a knife. Now Verity's standing up. Maria got a knife in her hand and the police come in. The police come in. They tell her to put the knife down, turn around because they're about to put the handcuffs on her. And Verity's just sitting there looking at her. Verity's been messing with her this whole episode. We would have never thunk it. Well, Maria ain't going out like that. I told you, we going out swinging. She grabs the cop's gun. Bow! She RIPs Verity right there. Now it's a full shootout going on in the room. Boom, boom, boom. They busting shots. Maria's on the side of the bed ducking. But Maria, she risked it. After the cop starts to reload, she goes over to the body. They shoot at her. She ducks that. She grabs the chain, but while it's in Verity's hand, it says, it works for Maria. It works for Maria. And now she got the power of the necklace. And she tells the cops, you seen her delete herself. I didn't do it. She did it. So the cops are like, yeah, that's true. But then Maria takes it a little further. You serve me. I am the empress of the whole universe. And sure enough, she becomes the empress of the whole universe. Millions and billions of people are out there praising her. She got the power of the necklace now. R.I.P. to Verity, but Maria, she's in charge now. All right, let me know what you think about that episode of Black Mirror. That was some wild stuff. That had a good twist to it. I give that episode a 9, maybe a 10 because of what happened at the end with Verity. We had to get rid of her. Old girl didn't make it. So for Maria to make it out of this, I did like all the plot twists. I like how they did that. Let me know what you think. I'm ModeIJ. And what would you do if you had the power of the necklace in your hand? Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. We're on that road to 75,000 subscribers. Tune in tomorrow for episode 3 of Black Mirror.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.